Good morning, Michael from the Academy. Hope you're well today. Just a video to show you how we sort of tend our seed bed. So all these varieties in here are actually growing for seed purposes, but we also like to eat them as we go. So for genetic diversity, you need probably 20 or 30 of each plant. So we sow the rows quite thick. So for example, here's a spring onion. You can see that they're quite thick there, but we still want to be able to eat them. So what we do, we just thin them out between the rows, and we end up with 30 or 40 plants that we're going to save for seed. So we're just going to thin those out. So we'll eat these ones. So just because you're growing vegetables for seed, it doesn't mean to say that you can't eat the produce as it grows. It just means you thin it out as you go and you've still got plenty of produce to eat. So as you can see, we're going to end up with plenty of spring onions to eat, but also quite a few there that'll be used for seed. So they'll stay there, they'll keep on growing, they'll thicken up, and then they'll set flowers and set seed in early 2024. So, and as you can see, we've still got plenty. We'll just go through these over the next few months, and we've still got plenty for cooking. So that's our spring onions. It's the same with beetroot. So we've got a nice crop of beetroot here. So when you look at the rows of beetroot, they're quite planted close, quite close together. So what we do, we just take out every second or third one. And these little ones, because beetroot you can bake, you can grate up and put them in salads, so it doesn't really matter if they're small. So what we do with these, take every second or third one out. And so we end up, see, I'll just flip those leaves back for you. And you can see how we've got plenty of space between these ones here now. So we'll just let these grow. These will go to full maturity and they'll set seed in early 2024. But we've still got some good beetroot to put in salads, to grate or to bake. So as you can see, our seed beds are good food production areas as well. They don't necessarily need just to be for seed production. Here's the carrots. We do the same with the carrots. So we just thin the carrots out. So you want these carrots, maybe 10 centimetres or so between each plant you want to save for seed. As you can see, some of them are quite a decent size already. So we'll eat all these, we'll put these into salads, and they're good for baking as well. It's quite a quick process, and you don't need to do it all at once. You can do it over a period of a couple of weeks as you go. And just what happens is you end up getting the ones left that you just want for seed saving purposes. So you see there, so we've got 1, 2, 3, we'll take that one out. He's a bit close to the end of the beetroot. As you can see, we've got 4 carrots, all about 10 centimetres apart. So they'll grow to full maturity, and they'll set seed. And as you can see, there's some beautiful carrots for us to eat now. So the next variety is swede. Swede's a little bit different because swede matures later, but it's the same thing. Obviously they're too small to eat, but what we'll do with these ones that we're thinning out, we'll feed these to the chickens. So the chickens will get the benefit of these ones. So the same process, you want these about 10 centimetres apart to save for seed. I'll take that one there out. Just take that one out, all right. So as I said, these aren't obviously not big enough to eat, but the chickens will love those. So as you can see, we end up with these rows that are quite far apart. They'll grow to full maturity. That's the swede. It's the same process with the silver beet. This one's called Fort Hook Giant. So what you want here, you want these a little bit further apart. So you want these around about 20 centimetres, 15 to 20 centimetres apart. So we'll pick these, we'll pick some. Son, you'll probably make a silver beet pie or something with these. Take that one out. And if you do this sort of work over like a month period, it means that you've got constant greens, constant root vegetables to eat. So take those little ones out. And what we don't eat, as I said, we just feed to the chickens, so nothing goes to waste. So as you can see, you end up with about a 15 to 20 centimetre gap between each plant, so the plant grows to full maturity, and you've still got 15 to 20 plants in each section, so you've got enough biodiversity when the seed sets to get a really good product. Here's the parsnip. Melbourne white skin, this one's called. Same process, so you just take out the ones in between. You want about a 10 centimetre gap between each parsnip plant. So let's take him out. So it's really just a thinning process. That one out. Okay, so there you go. So there you got your parsnips there, all nicely spaced out. The leeks I've already planted out at the right spacing, so I actually planted those out as plants. And the same with the onions. So the onions, see how these are growing together, but you take every second one out, and you just want a 5 to 10 centimetre gap between each one. So they're all okay. Take those little ones out, you don't want them sort of holding up the works. Take that one out, it's too close to that one. So as you can see, you end up with enough space for each bulb to grow and for each plant to set the flower and then produce the seed. So that's how we sort of cultivate our seed raising beds. I hope you found that interesting. We'll catch you next time.